The first abstract I will be presenting is radiosurgery or SBRT compared to external beam radiotherapy for localized spine metastasis. Phase 3 results of NRG Oncology, RTOG 0631. These are the disclosures. Coming to the introduction, spine metastasis is commonly treated with 30 gray in 10 fractions, shown to be equivalent to 8 gray in single fraction. Multiple single institution clinical trials have reported that radiosurgery 16 to 24 gray achieved rapid and durable local control in over 90% of the patients with spine metastasis. NRG 0631 is a phase 2 and phase 3 study to examine the efficacy of radiosurgery or SBRT for spine metastasis. The phase 2 study demonstrated that spine radiosurgery can be safely performed within the NRG cooperative group setting with the QA measures of credentialing, phantom study, and rapid central review. The phase 3 study compared pain relief between radiosurgery and external beam radiotherapy. This is the study design. So, the inclusion criteria was spine metastasis having 1 to 3 sites, and they were randomized in a 2:1 ratio in two arms, one being the radiosurgery giving 16 gray and 18 gray, and the second arm was the EBRT 8 gray. The primary endpoint was the pain response, complete or partial at 3 months, and the secondary endpoints were the quality of life measures and long-term effects. The pain response evaluation was done by the numerical rating pain scale, which is an 11-point scale from 0 to 10. So the complete response was defined as a post-treatment pain score of 0 at the pain site, at the index site, partial response as improving of more than equal to 3 points at the index site, stable response as 1 to 2 point change at the index site, and progressive pain was defined as worsening of 3 or more points at the index site. In the complete, partial, and stable response, there was no increase in the narcotic medication and no increase in the pain score at the secondary treated sites. Coming to the eligibility criteria. So, patients with spine metastasis from 1 to 3 sites were included in the study, and 2 contiguous spines were treated as one site. The subclinical metastasis, less than 10% volume of each vertebral body on the MRI scan. So, as we can see in the diagram, so in the first figure, there is only one site is involved. In the second figure, there are 2 contiguous sites are involved. In the third figure, there are 4 sites, but they are counted as 3 because 2 sites are contiguous in them. And in the fourth sites, we can see that there are 3 major sites, one being of the 2 contiguous sites, and there are many sites of micrometastasis, which is less than 10% volume of each vertebral body. So the NRPS score was done, and it must be more than equal to 5, and pain medication was allowed. The index spine was defined as the spine with the highest pain score and the most cephalad spine with equal pain score. Epidural compression of 3 or more millimeter from the spinal cord, and paraspinal mass of less than equal to 5 centimeter contiguous with the spine metastasis. Radio-resistant tumors, melanoma, renal cell carcinoma, soft tissue sarcoma were included, and vertebral compression fracture of more than 50% height loss and bony retropertial were not eligible. Coming to the radiation dose and target. So in the radiosurgery or SBRT arm, the dose prescribed was 16 gray or 18 gray to the PTV margin. The target volume involved only the spine segment. And as we can see in the diagram, in the first figure, the metastasis is localized only to the vertebral body, and the volume to be treated included only the segment. As we know that the spine is divided into segments as per the BWW classification. In the second figure, we can see that the metastasis involves 2 segments, so more area is being treated. It is involving the complete vertebra. In the third one, only the spinous process is involved, and that only segment is being treated. The spinal cord dose 10 gray. V 10% spinal cord 5 to 6 mm above and below the target, and 10 gray V 0.35 cc. And in the EBRT arm, 8 gray was prescribed to the ISO center, involved the spine plus 1 segment above and below. And in the QA, phantom study, credentialing, and rapid central review within 72 hours was done. Coming to the statistical considerations, the primary endpoint was the pain response at 3 months measured by the NRPS, and one side one-sided exact binomial test with alpha value of 0.025, 228 patients can detect 40% improvement in pain response from 51% to 70% by radiosurgery versus ABRT with 80% power, assuming 5% ineligibility and 15% death and 15% non-compliance. Total sample size was decided as 352 patients. The secondary endpoints were NRPS at 1, 2, 3 weeks and 1 and 6 months, brief pain inventory, that is the BPI, at 3 and 6 months, EQ5D at 3 and 6 months, and functional assessment of cancer therapy, the FACT-G, at 3 and 6 months. Coming to the consort diagram, 353 patients were randomized from September 2011 to August 2017 in two arms. So 217 patients were allocated to radiosurgery and 136 were allocated to the EBRT. And in the radiosurgery arm, 8 were excluded because they did not meet the exclusion criteria. And for the primary endpoint at 3 months, 139 patients were analyzed because 70 were excluded due to various reasons mentioned. And in the EBRT arm, 6 patients were excluded because they did not meet the inclusion criteria, and 76 patients were included in the analysis for a primary endpoint at 3 months because 54 patients were excluded due to various reasons that are mentioned. Coming to the patient characteristics, as we can see here, that there is equivalent distribution between both the arms, and there is only a statistical difference in the performance status, that is the Zubrod scoring, between both the arms, which is statistically significant, and there is no other statistical difference between both the arms that can be seen in terms of age, gender, race, and NRPS score, and the number of and location of metastasis. Coming to the index site pain response, the NRPS, in the radiosurgery arm, the mean baseline pain score was 6.06 with a standard deviation of 2.61, and there was a change in pain at 3 months of -3 points, and pain response at 3 months was 40.3%. In the EBRT arm, the mean baseline pain score was 5.88 with a standard deviation of 2.41, and there was a change in the pain score at 3 months of -3.83, and there was a 57.9% response at 3 months. Coming to the NRPS index score early changes, there was no significant differences in the change in the scores between both the arms at the end of 1 month. Coming to the adverse events analysis, there was no difference between the treatment arms in the adverse events at the end of 3 months. As we can see, the difference is not statistically significant. Coming to the quality of life measures, there was no difference between the treatment arms in the FACT-G and the brief pain inventory, and EQ5D scores and are in the favor of the ABRT. As you can see in the graphs here, that there is no statistical difference in the BPI and the FACT-G total score, but there is a statistically significant difference with a p-value of 0.012 in the EQ5D index score between both the arms in favor of EBRT. To conclude, radiosurgery for localized spine metastasis, treating only the involved spine, was safely performed without causing an increase in adverse effects. However, radiosurgery failed to improve the pain response from the patient's perspective at 1, 3, and 6 months in patients with localized spine metastasis. Long-term clinical effects are pending. Thank you.